Star Trek Tuesday. It's your favorite time of the week. It's your favorite time of the year, one of the 52. And it's time for the main viewer. Can you believe it? Every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we go live and we give you all the news of the week, including, wait a second, this bombshell. Jeri Ryan was offered her own Star Trek series that was like a Star Trek Picard / Legacy spinoff where she was going to be Captain Seven. Am I getting this right?
Kind of.
Something. Well, we'll see. We're gonna
Kind of.
get those kind of details because I don't know any of them. I just was like, whoa, we got to cover this on the main viewer. I don't even want to know about it. I want to find out about it at the same time as everyone else. I'm excited that I'm sure she took the job, right? I'm sure she was like, yep, let's do it. But we'll find out we'll confirm that. But I'm sure she took it. I'm sure she was like, absolutely, I want my own Fenris Rangers show. All right. Also,
Who
we've
doesn't?
got all kinds of Star Trek actors are giving a shout out to the upcoming Star Trek convention that they are going to which they are going, I should say, New Jersey, which is really like New York City. It's Secaucus, so it's like 15 minutes out of Manhattan, whereas the French say it's right out of Manhattan. So find out about those. John Orchiola's got some crazy stories to tell us because he's been to some pretty fancy things. By the way, everybody, back of the head, Screen Rant's own John Orchiola is here.
Well. Which is actually, that's how Mike McMahon greeted me this weekend, by the way. He just leaned back and went, well, which was which was absolutely awesome.
And what
But
did
hi,
you say in
everybody.
return?
Nothing. Well, there's a story I have about that. I did do something in return, which is actually also funny, and I'll tell you that story in a bit.
All right. Everybody else, finish that sentence with me, Matt Boardman. What's up, Matt?
Hey. I was just thinking as John was doing his little introduction there about Mike McMahon, wouldn't it be such a cruel joke of Mike right now to be like, hey, do you want to be in the 6th season of Lower Decks?
I'd say yes.
John, good to see you. Do you want to be in the 6th season?
Oh, done
100%.
deal. That's the same as saying, yep, we've got you booked for February 30th. See you then. All right.
In my high school, in Boston Latin School, we used to tell all the incoming freshmen that we used to try to sell them passes to the 4th floor pool. Mind you, we only had 3 floors in the building. So
did it work?
Tricksters.
Sometimes it did.
Mean.
That's even better.
And look, Melissa Longo's here as well.
Well, hello.
Yeah.
And she is wearing an awesome It's a Jake shirt in maroon or burgundy. Those two colors are so similar. Everybody in the live chat, please let us know what's the difference between maroon and burgundy, and is Melissa's shirt maroon or burgundy? And the Matt Boardman looks like he's wearing a Bozeman Phoenix's shirt. You can get both of those shirts in the description box below. Click on the Star Trek and Chill online store. Get your very own It's a Jake awesome shirt in your favorite color, size, and style, as well as your favorite baseball team, the Bozeman Phoenixes, in your favorite color, size, and style. And my name is Ryan T. Husk. I got both of those shirts in different colors. No, wait. I think my Bozeman Phoenixes is in black too. Okay. My It's a Jake is like in like a light purple. I felt like that was a zany way to go.
Yeah. But in the description box in the store, it says maroon. So that's what I'm gonna go with.
You just good thing this isn't live. We'll edit this out. We'll like dub over Melissa saying it doesn't say what color it is. But what is the difference between maroon and burgundy? Also, everybody, please. Yeah. Make sure you like this video, please, everybody. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for notifications. If you're listening in, give us a 5-star rating and a nice review. We'd really appreciate it. This is going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into it. First things first, John Orchiola, where'd you get that sweater?
This Star Trek Strange New World sweater was a Christmas gift from a couple of years ago from my parents, but I believe they got it at the official Star Trek store.
Fun.
Fun. I'm doing a poll.
Looks comfy.
It is. It's very, very, very comfortable, actually.
It does look comfy. And now that the weather's changing, it looks perfect for a little bit more brisk weather.
Exactly. It's very appropriate.
Because it's not cold here. It's
No.
not
No, it's actually
cold here.
pretty nice.
It's
But it's going to be
nice.
cooler in Secaucus. Right now it's nice, but by the time we get
Mhm.
there. All right. Also, John Orkila, you've got some stories to tell us. So without further ado, what have you been up to lately?
Well. This weekend was something called the Revenge of Comic Creators Block Party. Revenge of is a really cool comic store. I think it's in Eagle. It's on Eagle Rock Boulevard, but I'm not sure if it's in Glendale or Eagle Rock. But anyway, once a year they do basically a mini Comic Con outside of their store where they close out the whole block. They put up tents and they invite incredibly awesome creative people, mostly comic book creators, but also people from entertainment, producers, actors, from your favorite movies and TV shows. Last year, I went because it was the first time ever, and Mike McMahon was there and Terry Matalas were there. They were two of the guests representing Star Trek, and that was great. They were part of a panel. They had a lot of fun. You get to hang out with them and chat with them. And what's cool about this is, unlike let's say going to Comic Con or whatever, it's free. You just show up, and they'll sign stuff for you. You don't pay anything. Everybody is totally there to chill out and have a good time. So this year, the Star Trek guests were Jennifer Muro from Star Trek Prodigy, who was actually there to support her comic book. She has a comic book called Primer that she writes for DC Comics. So she was there signing that. Bill Walkoff from Star Trek Strange New Worlds was there, not because he was on the panel, because he just lives nearby and he just wanted to hang out.
Nice.
So he came by, hung out with him a little bit. And then the two big Star Trek guests were Mike McMahon again for Lower Decks, and Alex Kurtzman, who we know is our good friend who runs all of Star Trek on Paramount Plus. And they were both there to sign autographs and hang out. And also they took part in a panel about adapting other people's work. So it was a great, great time. The panel was super fun. The panel was Mike McMahon and Alex Kurtzman for Star Trek. Steven D'Souza, who is a legendary screenwriter. He wrote Die Hard. He wrote Commando. He wrote The Flintstones. He wrote like all these incredible movies. And he's hilarious. Wow. He's so funny. I forget their names, unfortunately. The writers of Minions were there, and also the writers of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. So everybody was kind of there to tell stories about.
Means in French? Mignon?
No, what does it
just means
mignon?
Cute. Yeah, cute.
Oh, they are cute. They're so cute.
Banana.
Minions are so cute, and especially when the one who lost his overalls and you see little yellow butt cheeks.
Wait, have you seen all the Minions movies? Have you seen all of that?
I saw the first one.
Yeah, I saw it. Me too. I've only seen Despicable Me 1, and I think I saw Minions 1.
I don't think I saw the last one.
Can't remember if I have or not.
Are we talking about this Melissa here? That's graphic.
Does that Minion shop at the Victoria's Secret?
Is that what we're talking? That is graphic?
Legit a banana ham.
The image I saw was a little bit more innocent than that.
I don't know. I think that's the only. I think that's the whole. That's the thing. Oh wait. I don't know. I think that's. I don't know, man. By the way, while we're looking at things real quick, everybody, for those of you that are unsure about the difference between maroon and burgundy, I have found on the internet, which is the culmination of all of the knowledge of everything ever, including things that are not even knowledge, they're just things. But here it is, the difference between maroon and burgundy. Enjoy. So it's obvious what's what, right?
Wait,
apparently maroon is a mix between red and brown, and burgundy is a mix between red and purple. So an easy way for me to remember that is the word for brown in French is marron. So that's very close to maroon. However, and burgundy, like the wine, kind of purplish. The problem is maybe I need to get my cones and rods checked, but these are pretty
They're not-
close.
They are pretty
Yeah, I don't see
close,
a
but they're
difference.
not identical.
Right. This one is actually a little
More
purpler,
purple.
but geez, not butt cheeks, but geez.
Hmm.
These are very similar colors.
So looking at this shirt, it looks like there's a little bit more purple in it than brown on the screen.
Life is pretty weird.
Yeah, it is pretty weird.
Anyway, so you were saying John Orkiola of ScreenRant.com?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So where was I? There was a panel, right? There was a panel going on. Yes, there was a panel. And so everybody just kind of told stories about what it's like to adapt the thing they're most famous for adapting. Obviously, for Star Trek, Alex Kurtzman mainly talked about what it was like adapting Star Trek 2009 and the decisions that went into creating the alternate timeline, and why it had to be Spock who created it to bridge the prime timeline and legitimize the Kelvin timeline. And then Mike McMahon basically talks a little bit about making Lower Decks, and also a little bit about how he's adapting Dragon's Lair for Netflix. That's one of the projects.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah. And he also said he wants to make a live action Lower Decks. And Alex kind of just looked at him like, just so, but
Yeah.
live action Lower Decks was something also the cast was talking about at New York Comic Con quite a bit,
They
mainly because
were.
every outlet was asking them about it. So
Yeah.
The funny thing
But
is,
yeah,
is that probably Naomi Wells is probably like, easy for you guys to say, but she's the one that's going to have to be all painted up in green and stuff, right?
she said she'd do it. She said she wants to do it.
Really? Yeah, because like Jack Quaid's like, yeah, make my hair purple. Fine. He's good to go. Connie's
Connie,
cool. Just put her,
Connie, put your hair up.
That's it. Eugene, you give him a couple little implant things, but getting painted green, that's a toughie.
Yeah. At one point, the guy asking questions asked everybody, like, what's something that if they could adapt anything that they'd want to adapt, and everybody behind Alex said Star Trek. Like everybody just yelled it in his ear. So.
Sorry, I said no, Naomi Wells. It's Noelle Wells, of course.
Yes,
Thank
Noelle.
you for the correction, everybody in the live chat. Right, as soon as I said it, I was like, that doesn't feel right. And John, you even kind of stopped and paused, and you didn't even correct me. You're like, yeah, whatever. Naomi Wells.
I felt like the live chat had it.
Yeah, Noelle Wells. Thank you. All right. So people they're also having fun with maroon and burgundy here, but we're gonna go ahead and close this poll. So sorry, Noelle Wells. It'll never happen again, hopefully. 62% of you said Melissa's shirt is maroon. Is that what you said that it said on the when you bought it? Okay, maroon. Yeah. Great.
It agrees with the website, so
good job, everybody.
What I'm going with.
Yeah. Naomi Wells, James Quaid, Trondy Newman. That one's actually accurate.
That's actually the
thing. Rather than Trondy.
Yeah, and Elrond Cordero. All right. Mark in the live chat says, what a maroon. Okay. Hello to VFX Art DS. What's up, Mark? What's up, Rashid, Joshua, Joel, Rose, Kirby out in the UK. Hello, Dr. Anne Marie Siegel. I think you're back in New York, right? I think, no, is she still in Chicago?
No, she's in New York now.
I think she said she just got back to New York. I don't recall though.
Yeah.
Hello to Red Shirt Bob, Linda Anderegg. We see all of you and appreciate you hanging out with us. Like On B, Dave Gregory, Glenn Iverson, Chuck A. What are you giggling about?
Joel is calling you Ricky Diaz.
Yeah. Ensign Ricky.
Ricky T. Husk. Hey, Ricky.
Mark's letting me off the hook. He says, I think Ryan was channeling Naomi Wildman's name. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, we've heard her name recently.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Who was it?
recently.
Who was it that used to always say Naomi Wildman?
7 of 9.
Perfect segue, everybody. All right. Let's get into that, shall we? So this is from our friends over at trekmovie.com. It's an interesting one. This is definitely I thought this was pretty big news when I saw this. Okay. Jeri Ryan turned down Captain 7 wasn't Star Trek Legacy. Yeah, you guys were saying that was wrong, but that's right. It was Captain 7, right?
It was Captain 7, but you said she turned down the Legacy. But she turned down this one because it wasn't Legacy. Because they
Right.
pitched
No.
her a different.
No, that's right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Oh,
there was no Legacy pitch. There was like a
right.
Captain Picard spin-off that wasn't Legacy, but it would be
Right.
kind of Legacy-like or something like that. You know, it's kind of instead of Legacy, it seems.
Right.
And
Right.
she said no to it. At least that's literally the entirety of the information I have. What else is there?
Well, it basically says that if it's not Legacy, then she doesn't want to do it.
Did she say why?
Because she had fun with her friends and she didn't want it to
Huh.
be like a standalone thing. She wanted to play with her friends again.
I would also guess it's just her personal loyalty to Terry Matalas, who is her longtime friend, who's also a creative genius. And why would you want
Right.
to do a Star Trek show about Captain 7 of 9 that's already been set up by Terry Matalas and then not do it with Terry Matalas? It doesn't make any
Right.
sense.
Right.
Well, I would say, and this is just, me answering that rhetorical question. If she likes her character, 7 of 9, if she likes Star Trek, if she likes the idea of being a big bad boss, Captain 7, and she says, let's do it, and they say, okay, but we're not going to do it with Legacy. And then she says, well, that sucks. But then they say, but what do you say about doing it anyway? Captain 7, not Legacy, but Captain 7, your own show. Michelle Hurd may be coming back, a few of the others. What do you say to that? I feel like I would have thought that she'd say, you know what? I want to do that. It's not ideal, but it has most of the elements that I want. It's me, it's my character, it's Star Trek, it's me as a captain. It's continuing on. It's probably got a pretty nice paycheck. The fans want it. So I wonder if it's her playing hardball, saying no, but like hoping that they'll come back and say, okay, fine, we'll have Terry Matalas do it. Or if she really is just saying, no, Terry, no 7. What do you guys think?
I wonder. Well, I think it would just depend on what they actually pitched to her because they didn't specify what the pitch was. They just said it was a Captain 7 show, is what the article says. So I guess it would depend on what the pitch was.
Or who pitched it to her.
Right.
It doesn't say who pitched it to her.
It was Johnny in the Facebook group. She was like, no, I'm sorry. He's like, no, I got lights in my garage, microphones.
Who's that Ricky guy?
I got a green curtain. So here's the quote. Let's read her quote here that caused all this stir because my mind is a whir about this. The quote is, yeah, you're right, guys, not the best picture. The quote is, there has been talk, and there was an idea that was actually pitched to me after Picard ended, which was not the legacy show that I know the fans are asking for, that I want to do. But it just wasn't me. It didn't feel like the right kind of thing, but there has been talk. And if there's one thing I've learned with this franchise, it is never say never. You never know. Okay, so this is definitely doesn't sound like it's a no to me because she doesn't, because I was expecting her to say, but there was talk or there had
Hmm.
been talk. But she's saying there has been talk, making it sound like it's current, like it's still ongoing or still open or not closed. Now, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but if she said there had been talk or there was talk, okay, that means it's in the past. But if she's saying there has been talk, it sounds like it's not yet closed. What do you guys
Yeah.
think? Am I reading too much into that?
No, I think that's a fair assumption.
Hmm.
I don't think you ever want to.
Guesstimation.
Yeah, I don't think you ever completely want to close the door on something, right? Because maybe what was pitched to her was a complete departure from what she sees as the character of Seven, or where Seven has
Mhm.
developed at this point, based upon what we saw in Picard, right? So maybe, maybe it's one of those things where whoever pitched it to her has to go back, rework a few things, and then come back and say, okay, but what if we do this? Would this then interest you? So
Mm.
Or maybe it was a pitch that had certain elements to keep Jeri Ryan as 7 of 9, maybe have one or two things to come along with her, but it isn't actually the legacy thing that was set up by Picard season 3. And so it's not enough in terms of what she would want 7 of 9 to be doing. So maybe that's maybe it really is just too much of a departure from
Hmm.
what, because she said what the fans are asking for. She's very, very
Right.
aware, and and they're all in agreement that they're all aligned with what the fans are asking for.
Hmm.
So I think there is also a danger of saying, yeah, I'll do it anyway, and but it's not the thing that everybody has A, been asking for, and B, you've also been saying all along you've been asking for.
But
Hmm.
see, then that begs the question, which was kind of where I was going next, which is what could they have pitched that was so far from what, because we know what legacy would theoretically look like. It would be a starship that's not landing
Mhm.
with Captain Seven, First Officer Michelle Hurd, uh, what's his name? Jack Picard as
Hmm.
special counsel guy. And then, a handful of maybe, the other people that we're introduced to, maybe, maybe not, right? And maybe Q pops in, maybe he doesn't, whatever. We get it. That's like the bare bones of it, right? A new crew.
Maybe you
So,
threw that out.
right.
Yeah.
So, what I'm saying is, what could the pitch be? What could a Captain Seven pitch be if not that? I can't
She's
think of
captain of
any.
a starship that isn't the Enterprise. One of the things that might be, and I don't know this, I don't have any details on this, but one of the things that might have been holding back Legacy all along, besides Paramount's situation, besides the cost, besides this and that, is the fact that they have a show about the Star Trek Legacy show would be about the Enterprise, and there's already a show about the Enterprise currently on the air, and maybe it's a conflict you can't about having two shows about two different enterprises that could possibly
Yeah, but what if
confuse
they
the
just give
audience
her a
or
different
dilute the
ship?
brand.
What if
Right.
they
Well,
just give her a
that's what I'm
different?
saying. Maybe they pitched her a different ship, and maybe she's like, "Why? I'm the captain of the Enterprise. It's already been set up."
Right.
or given this particular era of Star Trek where we like to do things that are quote unquote a little edgier, what if it was not Captain Seven in Starfleet, but Captain Seven as a Fenris Ranger?
But then so that it
Mm.
would be like a prequel,
Yeah,
right?
Mm.
Mm,
going back and doing
Mhm.
kind of that Section 31-ish, like fast paced Kill Bill
mm.
kind
And I considered that too. That's a possibility, but it's hard to do prequels as people get older. I'm not saying that
Yeah.
she's not aging wonderfully, but it's just,
Right.
a fact
right.
of life of like where you're like, well, how far back do we have to go?
Right.
Yeah.
You know? But
Yeah.
yeah, that's 100% possible, Matt.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
And
maybe
that pitch
she's
would be a relatively cheaper show, just because you wouldn't have all the Picard accoutrements, you wouldn't have the TNG element to it. You could just make up
Right.
all new stuff in the Beta Quadrant wherever the Fenris Rangers were operating.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. And if they're doing these audiobooks and such that play off of what's already been established in Picard, and her relationship with Rafi, and maybe we would lose that if in this pitch that she has gotten. And yeah, I don't think you want to lose that connection. You need the people want more Rafi and Seven.
Yeah, why go backwards?
Right.
Yeah.
Why go backwards? We do that too often.
All right, so we've got a poll. The question is, what would you rather see? A 7 of 9 Fenris Rangers prequel, so it's basically just the things leading up to Picard. 7 on the Enterprise G, I think it was the G. Or just no 7 show. Some people might just be like, hey, have her on a show, but we don't need her to be the lead, maybe. I think that's not going to do too well in this poll, but we'll see. Giving people options. We're all about options. No 7 show, consider that the third party, okay? Well, nobody's really going to vote for, but everybody wishes they had the balls to.
You always get those contrarians that are like, I'm just gonna stick
As so
it to
far,
you."
everybody's too scared to be the edgy person.
Well,
What
because
were you gonna say,
there's
Melissa?
yeah, it's just gonna be because there's not enough people who are willing to be edgy.
Right.
Yeah, the edge lords. Well, I mean, since we're on that topic real quick, check this out. Here's a fun one. This will be about as political as it gets here until Matt Boardman jumps in.
With his red hat.
Before we all start looking at red-blue maps for the days, here's a map showing the legality of owning a kangaroo.
This is so awesome.
So in all of the red states, it's illegal, jerks. So we can't have one because we're in California. But we're going to New Jersey, which is orange, and all the orange states are you can own a kangaroo with a permit. And the green ones, you can own one without a permit. Looking at you, Wisconsin, West Virginia, and South Carolina. That's kind of cool.
Where does the Tiger King live?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about him. It feels like an Oklahoma thing. Is he Oklahoma or Texas?
I don't remember. I don't
Feels like an
remember.
Oklahoma thing.
But I was born in South Carolina,
Okay.
so so I can have a kangaroo without a permit.
Or when we go to Vegas, we could go there with a permit. We can get a kangaroo with a permit.
This is true.
But kangaroos are kind of dicks, aren't they? Like they seem really cute and fun and adorable, and they're depicted well in cartoons. But I see a lot of videos of them like not just beating people up, but picking fights with people. Like they start fights. They're like the bros of the animal kingdom.
I was gonna say, are they?
And they're always kind of like
they're
sitting there like
so
this.
buff.
Yeah, they look like they're ready.
Talking
Like
to
they're
me?
always
talking
like,
to me?
"What's up?" They pick fights with people. What's up with
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, well, they're always drunk, you know? They got the big can of Fosters. They're downing them all day long. They say, you think that you call that a knife? This is a knife. They reach in their pouch and pull out a machete.
Shout out to Paul Hogan.
That's not
That's
a knife.
not a knife.
This is a knife.
What other Australian stereotypes are there that you can pull out?
And they're always out there throwing a shrimp on the barbie, right?
Yeah, they have big spiders and things and snakes, right? Everything's
They
like
do.
bigger in Australia.
And deadly. There's a lot of poisonous things there. But I just think kangaroos have strict boundaries. And if people cross those boundaries, then you're going to get hit or kicked.
They pick fights, though. Those guys are bullies.
Possibly.
Robert Kaiser says, other than in a zoo, there are no kangaroos in Austria. Just as a reminder.
Aww.
We don't have the kangaroos here in Austria.
Robert Kaiser, did that sound like you? Did it feel like, did you say, I don't remember saying that. How did I hear that just now?
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
So let's end this poll on the 7 of 9 spinoff. And what do we have here for them?
Oh my gosh, I love kangaroo talk.
Why didn't it end? There it is.
Awesome.
All right. 3% of you said no 7 show. That's enough. That's enough. I want an Odo spinoff.
Aw.
Yeah,
Oh,
17% of you said Fenris Rangers prequel sounds pretty cool. Never seen anything about them. It'd be kind of nice to try something new. And 78% of you were like, come on, obviously 7 on the Enterprise G, Captain 7 on the Enterprise G.
I will say that I'm not opposed to seeing a Fenris Ranger show, but it doesn't have to have 7 in it. It might be fun to see brand new characters that are, you know, we learn with them or we see them grow, because the Fenris Rangers haven't really been that fleshed out. So it might be fun to see a Fenris Ranger show.
Here's what I'd
yeah.
like to see. Here, this might be fun. A Fenris Rangers prequel season, and then a 7 of Captain 7 on the Enterprise G season, so that you can add that to Picard and have like a 5-season arc,
Ooh.
7 of 9 arc, like Fenris
Mhm.
Rangers, then the 3 seasons, and then 7 of 9 and Rafi. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty fun.
Could
Do you
be fun.
remember with BSG, with the new BSG, they would have those like in between season movies, like they had Razor. So
Yep.
something like that maybe, or like a full
Ooh, that could
thinking
be
like
fun.
a full season of that and then going in.
Maybe a mini series.
Or audio book.
They've done
What are those things like radio? What are those?
I'm still
like,
audio
the radio
plays.
dramas.
Yeah,
Or
I don't know.
I'm still waiting for
yeah,
SETI Alpha.
radio.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Alex Kurtzman kept hinting over and over and over again that we were going to get these. And he made it sound like it was going to be a multitude of them, not just one, but like a bunch of these. And we haven't even gotten one yet. What, John Orchiola of Screen Rant, you cover this stuff. When are we getting anything like that?
Like an audio series or like
Yeah.
SETI Alpha. I have heard nothing at all about this.
We've been talking about it for years, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Alex Kurtzman did tell me that there is stuff in the works that obviously he can't talk about. But but he also said what he told me was that he feels like Star Trek has finished phase 1, and phase 2 is now in play, but Paramount is in such a weird place in terms of like in terms of its status and who owns it and what they're going to green light. So they're taking it slow, I guess. But yeah, I don't know anything about SETI Alpha, besides the fact that it's supposed to be coming, and we've been hearing about it for like 3 years now.
Here's the most recent news. This was August 22nd, 2024.
Oh, because
the
Nicholas
SETI
Meyer
Alpha
did some prep.
5, the SETI Alpha 5 audio drama podcast is currently casting. So now they're calling it a podcast, but I guess it probably always was kind of a podcast. If it's going to be an audio drama released in episodic fashion, that sounds like a podcast. It was 2 years ago on Star Trek Day that Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan director Nicholas Meyer officially announced the new audio drama entitled Star Trek Khan SETI Alpha 5. So this thing is still, that's really cool art. This thing is still supposedly in the works as recently as 10 weeks ago, right? But we haven't heard anything since. We haven't heard that it's been stalled. Maybe they're recording it.
Maybe.
Is that
I would imagine
possible?
casting, yeah. Well, you guys have been through casting. I'm sure you've seen that process probably takes a while to find the right people, I would imagine.
But it's been going, if it's been going already at least 10 weeks and it's just audio, they might be done with it.
Possibly.
Unless it's on hold. They might be just like on hold for something. Because like what John was saying, that they're kind of in turmoil or in flux right now.
Yeah.
Well, and that's true because I know that there was a project that I was supposed to work on for Paramount, and
Was it?
Yeah, well,
I cannot say. I know nothing. I cannot say anything.
Oh.
But it got put on hold because of nobody knew exactly where it was, and hopefully, hopefully it happens next year. That would be cool if it did, but I still don't know, because I was actually just talking to somebody about this today, because the purchase of Paramount by Skydance doesn't even happen until, what is it, late first quarter next year?
Hmm. Yeah,
So like March-ish or something like
something,
that.
something
March,
like that.
April.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's I don't know. I don't know what that means for all of these projects that were kind of in the go. Is everybody just kind of collectively holding their breaths, going, okay, who's going to get the axe and whatever? So I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's where the audio drama is. It's living
Yeah.
in limbo land.
Well, and I wonder how they decide about distribution for something like that, and how it's going, where it's going to play, how it's going to be obviously distributed. Like, is it going to be on Spotify or Apple iTunes, or yeah, where is it going to play?
Right.
Paramount Plus audio.
Yeah.
Paramount
Yeah. Is
Plus
this is
audio.
this such a thing? No.
If I know Star Trek, I feel like they're going to say exclusively on something that they own completely. Like they won't just be
Mm,
like wherever you find podcasts. I
Yeah.
feel like it's going to be something that they want to have full and total control of, rather than having it just be out everywhere. Almost like how their new shows are on Paramount Plus.
mhm.
If they have an audio drama, maybe they're just going to have it on StarTrek.com or something like
Mm.
that.
Interesting. I wonder. Mike Zipkoff says could be on Audible. So,
They have Paramount Global has a Star Trek The Pod directive.
Yeah, they
oh,
did. Yeah, for like 3 seasons.
I didn't know that.
hmm.
Interesting.
That was Tawny Newsome and Paul
Yeah,
Tompkins were hosting that.
that was the one official Star Trek podcast, right? As far as I
Hmm.
know. Yeah, Tawny and Miggly Mo.
Hmm.
All right. Well,
Connie.
that's I don't know why that, how that came up again, but like it's been a while that they've been talking about this. And so I feel
Yeah.
like there's got to be some news that's got to come out at some point with this, just in time for the holidays.
Yeah. Or maybe that is what it is.
I
Just
want it
in
to be like
time.
a true crime podcast series, like someone
Ooh.
who's interviewing Khan and all of his people. And
Plus, didn't they say it was going to be like a mini series? I think they were saying it was going to be like 4 episodes or something.
Yeah.
So like just come on, man. It's
Yeah.
just audio and it's
Yeah.
just 4 episodes and it's been over 2 years. Well, knock it out. Just
Yeah.
just do it. That's come on. What's the problem?
But how do you
John, what do
show
you know?
how do you show the SETI Alpha earworm on a podcast? How do you get that creepy visual in your mind of that thing crawling into your ear and nesting and then driving you slowly insane?
Good Foley, good audio effects. Because we can picture it. If you
It
make those
sounds
good
like
sounds, we can picture it. Yeah.
Maybe they can bring in Walter for old time's sake.
Yes.
that would be fun.
oh, sir, he did terrible things to us. He made us do terrible things.
All right. So, actually, was there any more? Was there more to that quote? I don't think so. I think that was the entire thing. Yeah, that was it
Yeah.
for the Jerry. Oh
Yeah,
no,
that was it.
wait.
Michelle Hurd says something as
Hmm.
well, that she wants the legacy thing to happen as well.
Yeah.
So
So Michelle Hurd said, "Girl, I've got every single part of my body crossed that this day happens. Jerry and I both want legacy so badly. And I got to say thank you to you and thank you to all of our communities that are trying to get that forward and signing petitions and kicking it out there. That's the way that things happen, is you guys. Your voice actually does impact the studios." That's pretty awesome.
mhm.
All
Hmm.
right. So this next bit is on Facebook.com. It's a website. You may have heard of it.
Hmm.
Our good friend and your good friend, Doug Jones, says, "Hey, New Jersey, Actually says, "Hey, New Jersey, come share the love with me this weekend, November 8 through 10, at Creation Entertainment's Trek to New Jersey in Secaucus, New Jersey, near New York, Newark. All New York / Newark for everybody listening in. All the usual fun convention things and huggles are always free. Tickets and info at creationent.com. And here is a picture of his face.
He's so
He always
cute.
has the best social media post, doesn't he?
Yeah. What a gem.
He's the best.
He's
He's the
truly
best.
outrageous.
I love that.
So here's a question. Melissa Longo, are you going to Trek to New Jersey?
I am going to Trek to New Jersey, and I leave very, very early in the morning tomorrow. A day early. It looks like you're gonna ask a question.
Nope.
A day early, but yeah, it's gonna see some friends before the actual convention.
Very nice. So you're arriving Wednesday afternoon or evening, something like that, to start setup and to meet some
Yeah.
pals.
Yep.
On that topic, check this out, everybody. Cool Waters, that is a production company. Sorry, no, it's a representation company. No, that's not it. Where'd he go? Where did Cool Waters go?
It should be right.
Did I close them out?
below.
I know.
Oh.
There it is. There's Cool Waters. All right. So check it out. Cool Waters represents Gabrielle Ruiz, Doug Jones, Elias Tufexis, a bunch of others like David Ajala, tons of Discovery people, tons and tons of them. So they were posting things about that. Look at how cool these guys are.
I love that mask that Doug is holding. So cool.
Let's see. I think I saw their post too. Let me see. Is that on there? Yeah, there it is. On Facebook.com. Here we go. Cool Water Productions. I wonder why it's called Cool Water Productions.
Same.
When they represent people. I don't know. I don't understand anything about this stuff. They say, we're so excited to be at Creation Entertainment's Trek to New Jersey in Secaucus this weekend with Doug Jones, Gabrielle Ruiz, and Elias Tufexis. And we're doing the Cool Waters game show. Come see our fabulous clients and celebrate all things Star Trek. Tickets and info at creationentertainment.com / a bunch of stuff.
Fun.
Cool graphics.
Ooh.
Oh, Amory Siegel with the knowledge.
Nope.
She says, remarkable. That's a reference to her right here.
Fascinating.
She was in Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Yes. That was a funny show, actually.
Who's your favorite actor from Cool Water Productions? Remember, we also have David Ajala. We have Patrick Kwok-Choon. We have friend of the show, Orlando Cummings. We have Raven Dowda. We have Rachel Ancheril. Ronnie Rowe. Those are all Discovery people. You guys have an answer?
I don't know. I don't know if I could give an answer. There's just so many really cool people that are involved in Star Trek, like, and what a cool opportunity to, if you haven't made it out to like STLV, if you're around that area, to go meet these people. Like, I got to meet David Ajala. Like, he's the coolest guy. He's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, and like legit, like, made you feel like, hey, I'm interested in talking to you for a second here. But like, I don't know, there's a lot of cool people on that docket.
Yeah, there are. They're like potato chips. You can't just eat one. Can't
There you
eat
go.
just one.
Melissa. Vulgar. Jeez. What
I
the
know.
heck?
Can't
We
take
were
me
doing
anywhere.
we were doing so well. And then Melissa just compared them all to potato chip. Although I will say, what's the one that says that you can't eat just one? Is that Pringles?
Ruffles.
Oh,
Wasn't it
Ruffles. Pringles
Ruffles?
is once you
No, isn't
pop,
that
you
Lay's?
can't
Isn't
stop.
Or
yeah,
is it
Lay's
Lay's?
yeah, Lay's you can't have just one. Pringles is
Oh,
once you pop, you can't stop.
can't stop.
Ruffles have
Yeah,
ridges.
Lay's, it's
Russell,
Lay's potato
Ruffles
chips.
do have
Yeah,
ridges.
have
But
ridges.
you know what the worst thing about that is? You know, my mouth's already starting to water. You know
No.
those Lay's plain ass, boring ass potato chips, right? Not the barbecue or anything. They're
So
right.
good.
If you eat one, you can't stop. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna eat this plain. Oh, I don't even know if I want this. I guess I'll just eat this one dumb, plain, flavorless potato chip. And you're on like potato chip 60. And you're like, why can't I stop? It's too good. I just keep eating them.
And the worst is you don't even
Problem.
realize it that you're doing it. And then
It's
you're
a
like,
I
problem.
why am I
I
know.
still
realize
putting these in my
It
mouth?
is. Yeah.
Fritos doesn't
Sometimes
do
you
that to me.
just want a plain potato chip. Well, sometimes I just want a plain potato chip.
Mm.
Other
Have you ever had
times, no.
Have you ever had Utz potato chips? Utz,
Yes.
Yes.
UTS or UTZ, which I love. I think it's an East Coast
Yeah.
thing. You can't get them
Yeah.
around here. But
Yep.
Utz potato
Yeah.
chips are great. The Red Hots are incredible. They have the Maryland crab chips, which are really good. Um,
Crap chips. More like.
Crab chips.
Hey, Chris Garris is in the live chat. What's up, Chris Garris? He's going to be joining us not in New Jersey this weekend, but at the following Star Trek Trek to Dallas next weekend. So we'll be seeing him in like, what is that, like 9 days, 10 days? That'll be a lot of fun.
Are you gonna wear a cowboy hat?
Oh yeah, the only tough part is for me to pick which one of my many cowboy hats I want to wear
I
in
knew it.
Dallas, and which of my cowboy boots and spurs
Spurs
I want
and
to
a
wear.
big belt buckle, a big shiny metal belt buckle.
Oh man, which belt buckle? Oh boy.
One with the
I-
big Starfleet Delta on it.
Mhm.
And the
Boy, oh,
chaps.
boy.
You can't forget the
The
chaps.
chaps.
Wearing those right now.
And a frilly vest.
Yeah.
Oh,
John, are you going to Dallas or New Jersey? You should.
I am not. Well, I'm not going to New Jersey this weekend because I'm actually going to be going to the Star Trek Voyager documentary premiere, thanks to a wonderful man whose name rhymes with Ryan T. Husk. Wait, no, I screwed that up. But yes,
Sounds like me.
yeah.
But except when you said wonderful man.
That's when you zoned out. But
Yeah, but here's the tragedy of that I don't get to go to my own premiere because that's on Thursday. By the way, everybody, tickets are still available. I think maybe a couple for some in at Paramount in LA, but mostly the ones in New York on the 11th. Lots still available. Go follow the Voyager documentary on any social media for information on that, where you can get those tickets. I'm going to miss my own premiere
I know.
on Thursday at Paramount. I went to the What We Left Behind one at Paramount. That was so great.
Amazing.
Standing in line in front of Mark Alimo and hearing him grumble was so fun.
wait,
That.
for real?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, was he grumbling because he was standing in line, or just like about?
No, I think that's just how
That's
he
just
talks.
He is.
We're like, how you doing, Mark Alimo? He's like, he's kind of like Colonel Ty in real life. It was really cool. I was like, oh my God, it's so great to see you. And he's like, it's good to see you too. He's kind of like a little
He's
Odo-ish.
a little bit Eeyore.
Is he?
He's a
He's
little
wonderful.
Eeyore.
I'd
It's
feel
Which is
better if
really
it wasn't
cute.
so cold out right now. But Mark, it's 98 degrees. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't care about your boy band. Okay.
But it shows what an incredible performance Gul Dukat was, because Gul Dukat is so unlike him. Dukat has like this weird regal elegance to him, but also,
Yeah.
a complete scumbag from top to bottom.
No way. He's a sexy Cardassian. Even Kira knew it. Kira was all over him.
No way.
Kira was like, oh my God, how hard to get do I have to play for this guy to like me? That's
Oh
what she
my
was
God.
doing.
It's fine. And I said the things she said in the documentary.
Oh, I was just thinking
I
that
know,
too.
that was-
him
As long as
leave.
it's not Mark. I mean, call to
I
caught.
mean, that was
Oops.
ruthless.
Ryan, how
there
many
is
times
a
have you
picture.
seen the documentary?
I haven't.
You
I'm
haven't, oh, you
waiting.
haven't seen this completed?
I'm waiting to see it on the big screen, the final version on the big screen. But because I'm going to be seeing it in New York, I'm going to see the other premiere in New York on Monday, right after Star Trek Trek to New Jersey. Melissa, are you going to that too?
No, I'm flying home because I have
You're missing
lots.
both?
Yeah, because I have lots of work to do
We all have
between.
lots of work to do. This is kind of work.
Yeah, no, but I have to make sure that my merch is ready for Dallas, and
Right.
it's just too much work to do, and I would love to go to either one of them, but I can't swing it. I have to work. I have to work.
Yeah. I'm going to be going to that on Monday and then flying home on Tuesday and then flying back out 2 days later. It's gonna, oh boy, we act like we're complaining. Oh, I got to go to the Star Trek convention and premieres and
Yeah.
all
It's
that.
a lot of work. It
Anyway.
is a lot of
It
work
is
when
a
you're
lot of
prepping for
work.
that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
But
You
it's rewarding work, which
Yes.
is wonderful, and we're lucky enough to do this rewarding work. So
It
count
is
our
a, yeah,
blessings.
it's a very cool thing. It is a very cool thing.
Wait a minute, what's
But I did include a Voyager doc thing.
oh, let's
in
pull that
there.
up right now.
It's down in miscellaneous
Found it.
Bum, bum, bum.
because
Oh,
there's a
YouTube,
lot
don't
of
copyright us.
awesome people who are going to be at the LA premiere of
Yeah,
the Voyager documentary.
Oh,
It's
really?
a
Oh,
stacked
really?
lineup.
If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, do it.
I wish.
Here it is. This is from a website, I guess twitter.com. I wanted to say called twitter.com, but it's called X, but it's at twitter.com. When you type in twitter.com, that's what I get.
Yep.
The Voyage documentary, LA 11/7 is a few days away. That's November 7th. Hope to see lots of you there. Guests subject to change. Oh.
Oh.
Aw.
Robert
Yeah, what?
Beltran, Bob Picardo, Garrett Wong, Tim Russ, you know, the lady we were just talking about, Nana Visitor, Dominic Keating, Rekha Sharma, Commander Landry herself, and Nicole DeBoer. Man alive.
Woohoo.
That
Gosh,
is a big deal, everybody.
That's a
kicking
hell of a crew.
myself for missing that.
Oh,
But-
here's a nice post from Robert Beltran right below that. Jerry Taylor, too, I guess part 2. Words cannot convey the gratitude that I feel for her great sensitivity and of her great care for the role of Chakotay. Her leaving the writing team left a huge void in the show. We lost so much. My great love and respect for her remains undiminished.
Oh,
It's nice to
that's
bump
so
into.
nice.
So anyway, this is great. And John Orchiola, you are going to the Voyager documentary premiere. Are you going to be doing a
I'm
write-up
very,
on
very
it?
excited. I am going to do a write-up on it. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be like what the experience was like and what the documentary was like, and whatever else I think of. I'm sure it's going to be an awesome, awesome night.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of pictures too.
If
What?
it's not
Sorry.
very good, if it's not very good, are you going to say it was great anyway?
No. 2 stars.
I just named off like 8 stars right there. We just
2 stars.
That's cool. No spoilers though.
No
I've been-
spoilers.
I've been not watching it for quite a while now, so I just want to see it for the first time on the big screen. My pals in New York. Never thought I'd have to go to New York to watch it though.
When you mean no spoilers, do you mean like, do they ever get home?
I think that's okay, right? 30, 25 years later.
25 years later? Yeah. We can spoil that.
Everybody in the live chat, let us know, are you going to one of the premieres? Let's make a poll out of that. Matt Boardman, are you going to one?
I unfortunately am not. I wish that I was though, because I think it would be fun. They always kind of catch me at the timing just doesn't quite work out. It was the same
Mhm.
thing with the DS9 one, and they actually put the DS9 one in theaters on my birthday.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah. And I was gonna go to it, but it was like only one theater in Los Angeles, and it was like I found out the day of, like half an hour before. I was like, nope. I looked at
Mm.
traffic. I was like, well, I'll catch it when it's on
Was
DVD.
was that the Man's Chinese Theater one?
I can't remember,
Oh, because they
but I
were
just
there's
Mm.
yeah, but it was
hmm.
very like I just found out the day of that it was happening, and I was like, oh, it's my birthday. I should go by myself just to treat myself to it. And
That'd be
then
cool.
yeah, but then I looked at the time to get there in relation to when I found out, and I was like, yeah, LA traffic doesn't like me, so
Mm.
I
LA
saw the
traffic is
DS9
rude.
documentary in Somerville, Massachusetts on opening night. I gathered my Star Trek friends. We all went to see it opening night, and it was fantastic. And then we came out and they gave us posters of the USS Emmett Till, which I'm not sure if I don't remember if that was in the documentary or not, but it was a
Wow.
very, very cool experience. It was just great to relive Deep Space Nine again because my gang of Star
Mhm.
Trek fans, we were all Deep Space Nine devotees.
nice.
Yeah, I saw it at Man's Chinese Theater and I saw it at Paramount. Um, and it was like, Melissa, you were there both times, I'm sure.
Hmm.
And I remember when I first watched it, my first thought was just kind of like, okay, well, I don't know. Am I going to be able to sit through, 2 hours of just people, like, I don't know. You don't know what to expect.
Right.
When it ended, I was like, I want to watch 2 hours more of this. I was ready to
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I was like,
yeah.
I
I
can
didn't want it
power
to
through.
end.
No, I didn't. Agreed. I did not want it to end. When it ended, I was like,
Right.
I want 2 more hours of this. I want it to just keep going
Hmm.
for two. I was just like enamored and enthralled.
Hmm.
And you know, that was just one of the best documentaries I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Agreed.
one of the cool things about it also was that there was footage that was rendered in high def from the show, like the
Yeah.
space battles and stuff from Dominion War, which we still haven't seen a high def version of Deep Space Nine, on Paramount Plus or on Blu-ray or DVD. But like just those scenes on a big screen, seeing the Defiant fly by the Dominion fleet was incredible.
Mm,
Hmm. Well, I have to give a shout out to 455 Films because they do such wonderful work. The Deep Space Nine documentary was a wonderful love letter to Deep Space Nine. It was beautifully done and created by people who cherish the show. And it's the same with For the Love of Spock. What a
Mm.
beautiful, beautiful documentary about Spock. And um yeah,
Captains.
it's oh, and Captains was really good
yeah,
too.
Captain,
Yeah,
yeah.
I really
Chaos on the
enjoyed that
Bridge.
as well.
Hmm.
I've
Yeah.
probably watched the DS9 documentary 10, 15 times.
Mm.
Wow.
Well, it's cool because I have YouTube Premium, and it is included in the YouTube Premium as one of the things on
Oh, I
there.
didn't know that.
And so there are times when I'm just working or doing stuff that I will just throw it on because I really enjoy it. Great
Very
music,
cool.
great. I find it very heartwarming. It
Mm.
makes me fall in love with
Yeah.
Deep Space all over again each time I watch it. So
It's
I just
so
absolutely love it.
beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm hoping the Voyager documentary does the same.
Hmm.
And it does make me wish that there was one for Next Generation because we know there's Chaos on the Bridge that kind of covers the first two seasons and a little bit into the third. So that's kind of the Next Generation one. But the Deep Space Nine one was clearly a love letter to Deep Space Nine, kind of like how the
Hmm.
Voyager one will be for the Voyager documentary. We've got a poll in the live chat. What is your favorite 455 Films documentary? For the Love of Spock, What We Left Behind, Chaos on the Bridge, or The Captains?
That was
The
a fun
Captains
one.
was the first one I saw.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
And I remember, I think it was on Netflix or something. And I remember like I was just like, oh, let me just put this on. I'm not really gonna watch it. It's like end of the night kind of thing. I'll just kind of put it on just to see it. Someone, I don't remember who suggested it or referenced it or something. So I was like, all right, fine. I'll just put it on real quick, not really pay too much attention. And it just sucked me in. I ended up watching the whole thing, and I didn't expect I would, but it was so engaging. It was so charming. It was like I couldn't stop watching. So that
Mhm.
one got me too. Maybe I'm just
Um,
always going to things too negatively.
which one was it? I'm sorry, I was reading something when you said which.
The captains.
Oh, yes, I
Yeah.
loved that. And I, uh, after watching it, I had such a different appreciation for William Shatner and his interview style and technique
Mhm.
than I had ever imagined that I would ever take away from that. And I love his interaction with Avery Brooks. I
Mhm.
love the interaction between those two. It was such a well done documentary.
Mhm. Hey, John Orchiola, do you need to hop off?
Yeah, actually, I do. But before I go, can we talk a
Yes.
little bit about Star Trek supports mental health? We
Yeah.
do,
Oh,
Oh,
yes. We got a shout out. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, we got to shout that out. So let's do a solid for our good friend Christina Chong, who is doing a fundraiser um, called Star Trek Supports Mental Health. There is a website, crowdfunder.co.uk, Star Trek Supports Mental Health. Um, but basically, it is for a charity that's very near and dear to her heart called Darwin Dogs. Her own dog, Runa Ewok, came from Darwin Dogs and was trained by Darwin Dogs to help with anxiety and PTSD. So she's trying to raise some funds for this organization to actually help more people find dogs that can help them with their daily lives. There are pretty awesome prizes available that you can donate for. You know, Twin Flames for CDs, or the Strange New Worlds calendar, or a possible Zoom coffee date with her and Runa.
fun.
And it's a great charity. I've donated, and I think they're at 64% of their goal. Their goal is £5,000, so it's only
Nice.
up for one more week, and I think we can get them over the top.
It's amazing.
Of
And only
course.
35 supporters, they've already gone that far.
Yeah,
Wow. That's really cool.
that is so cool.
Yeah.
I love
And
that.
this is also a charity that certainly speaks to me because I am a dog lover. I have dogs. I understand exactly how valuable dogs are to your everyday life and to help you with anxiety and PTSD and just, emotional support. So
Yeah,
I think it's really awesome that her dog was actually trained for this. And her dog is also on Star Trek Strange New Worlds. She played Princess
yeah.
Runa in the Elysian Kingdom. So she's a big TV star as well.
Wow, that's so cool.
Wow, look at those rewards already sold out.
I know. Almost anything. Ask us almost anything. That's great.
Ryan, are you alive?
I
Where'd
said,
Ryan go?
thanks, John. That's
Ah,
awesome.
there
Everybody,
you are.
click on that link, donate. There are 7 days left. Let's get her over the top. And then that way, when she goes, wow, blimey, how did this do so well in the last
That's
week?
exactly
People
what
could
she'll say.
say, John Orchiola. All right, thanks, John. We'll see you soon, pal.
All right, thanks,
Enjoy the
guys.
show in a
Always,
couple nights.
yeah, man. It's gonna be fun. I'll let you know how it goes.
All right.
All right, and thanks again. Thanks again for hooking that up. And great to see all you guys. And we'll talk again soon.
You got it.
Good night, everybody.
All right, everybody. You have your marching orders. You know what to do. So, the end of our poll here. What is your favorite 455 Films documentary? 0% said Chaos on the Bridge. That means Dr. Anne Marie Siegel did not vote. because I'm pretty sure that's her favorite. 7% said For the Love of Spock.
Hmm.
11, I have to be careful about saying that one. 11% said The Captains, and 81% said What We Left Behind.
Nice.
I can't wait till 455 Films releases the Voyager documentary and then an undisclosed next one and
Mm.
another couple extras that are coming out, and just to
They've announced their
increase
next
that
one
poll.
after, haven't they? Have they announced that
Some,
one?
some
I don't want to say anything and speak out of turn.
like
Ew.
we know that they're working on the Michael Westmore
Right.
Okay,
documentary,
that's what I was
right?
thinking.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
And yeah, a couple other things floating around that should maybe be obvious, but but whatever.
Yeah.
We'll keep that moving. What do we have next, Melissa Longo?
Um, since we were talking about London, can we talk about the new attraction that just opened up there?
Yes, but before we do, just to finish up on New Jersey,
Oh yeah,
there's a flash sale? What a
yeah.
deal. Check this out, everybody. Flash sale, November fallback flash sale of all available admission passes, photo ops, autographs, and special event tickets
Some
are on
exclusions
sale.
do apply.
All of them, except for some exclusions.
Right.
So everybody go to creationent.com, make some purchases right now because
Mm.
everything must go. All seats, all photo ops, all autographs, everything must go for fall. It's like a fall cleanup sale. So that's going to be cool. Creationent.com. Actually, let's
Mm.
put that in the live chat as well.
Yeah.
Creationent.com. Go nuts. Do your holiday
Right.
shopping.
Well, and there's also there's also a wonderful little interview from Gabrielle Ruiz. It's kind of in this vein of how much she loves Tilden,
Aw.
I
which
don't
is
see
really
it.
cool.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
We're bouncing all over the place. Here she is.
Sorry.
This is from Inverse. No, it's my fault. You wanted to go stay on track with London. I was like, let's go back to the previous track.
It's okay.
Inverse.com. Star Trek's funniest Vulcan has one rule for nailing her part.
Yeah.
What's that rule?
She basically says, "What would Spock do?" In the vein of, "What would Jesus do? What would Spock do?"
WWSD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But she is also gung ho for a live action Lower Decks show.
Nice.
She would love, love, love to play T'Lyn, and yeah, the love for T'Lyn is oozing out of this article. Which is great. It's great that she loves her so much.
So fun.
Yeah.
I just watched, I did actually complete a watch through of the first 4 seasons right before the 5th season started. And she's a great addition to the cast.
Mm-hmm. She
I
Totally.
like that
is.
character.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I thought they were going to add her sooner because remember they introduced her in like the end of season 1 or the end of season 2, and I thought she was going to be right in the very next season, but they didn't use her, and they eventually did. But I don't know what that was all about. I kind of expected her just to be there. I thought it was a very
Mhm.
obvious, addition that they made, but they tricked me. William Wells
Yeah.
asks, Ryan, have you seen Center Seats? Yeah, I saw one or two of the episodes. I watched definitely the Deep Space Nine one because,
Oh, I
A,
haven't.
that's A.
Yeah.
So I watched
A.
that one to see our boy
A.
Jake Sisko. It's
Woohoo!
Jake. Yeah. But also that's made by Brian Volk Weiss, who
Yeah.
is a superstar. That
Mm-hmm.
guy is amazing. Everything he touches turns to gold. He
Mhm.
is just blowing up the world right now. He's got all these cool 80s cartoons being revived and revamped. He's got the center seat. He's got Investigates. He produces tons and tons of stand-up comedians. He's got a new toy line. He's got the new Star Trek action figure toy line that's coming out where
Right.
they actually look like the people and they're like deep cut people. What were some of those
Yeah.
characters?
Well, Rachel
Jellic
Garrett,
Rachel Garrett,
Jellico?
Jellico.
Jellico,
Yeah, there were
um,
some good ones.
Sulu, and oh, I don't remember the rest.
Yeah, a lot of good ones.
Yeah, a lot of good
Um,
ones.
okay. So now
Oh,
moving forward, yes.
speaking of Jake Sisko, I just started using yesterday the Jake Sisko soap from boldbubbles.com.
Mm.
And it smells incredible. So shout out to our friend Charlene Schmidt and for creating such fragrant soap, bars of soap.
Check this out. This is from our friends over at the website facebook.com.
And I'll be appearing at Creation Entertainment's Trek to Dallas, November 15th to 17th. Tickets and information available at creationent.com. Can't wait to see you there.
Oh, he can't wait to see
Hi,
us there.
I'm Ethan Peck, and I'll be appearing at Creation Entertainment's Trek to Dallas, November 15th to 17th. Tickets and information available at creationent.com. Can't wait to see you there.
Yay!
Hi.
Just watch him.
Exciting.
Coolest
Melissa
sounding
was like, just put it
voice.
on a loop.
What are you
He
saying,
works
Ryan?
out.
What are you saying? He's a
That's what
very
I
nice
want.
man.
Anyway, where were we going with this, Melissa?
The London?
Yeah, where's the London news? Oh, and the New York City show will actually have Kate Mulgrew
Oh, yeah.
and George Takei appearing there, as well as I think
Ooh.
Terry Farrell, Robin Curtis. A lot of people are going to be there. A lot of cool Star Trekians.
In New Jersey.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, New York City. No, the New
Right.
York City premiere, I mean.
Oh, whoa.
Mhm.
Fun.
Okay, so this is from a website that we frequent all the time
No, we don't.
called Eurogamer.net. Boy,
Yeah.
how did you find
I've been there a few
Eurogamer.net, Melissa? It's entitled Inside London's Star Trek Inspired Bridge Command, an interactive gaming experience powered by smart tech and role playing. To the inner city and beyond. All right, Melissa, what's the deal with
Oh
this? What
my
is this?
gosh. It's like it's like a live action game where you have to complete a mission in space. You wear these coveralls that go over your clothes, all Enterprise. And then you go and you get assigned a role, a command, and then you have to solve these problems and you have to fight a real life space baddie. Well, not a real life space baddie, but a space baddie and complete it. It looks like so much fun. And there's all these gadgets and gizmos and buttons. And yeah, it's in London. So
That's cool.
yeah,
That
it
would be
looks
fun.
like so much fun. I want to do it.
So if you are going to the premiere for the Voyager documentary in London, you're already in the neighborhood. I'm sure London's small,
Hmm.
easy to get around.
And I think
Actually,
the tickets are 40 to 50 pounds. So
Okay.
man, you can only hold one of them then. What if you want
Imagine that in
two,
your
you need a
pocket.
friend? That's ridiculous. They really should look at that. I think that's going to really limit the amount of tickets people buy.
I wonder if Eve will go to this.
I wonder.
I think
It
she's
looks like a lot
attending
of fun.
the premiere over in London, isn't she?
I don't know.
Yes, she is. Okay, here's the end of our poll. Do you want a Lower Decks live action show? 93% of you said, yup. Like in Step Brothers. Did we just become best friends? Yup. Good movie.
Never saw it. Sorry.
I think Matt maybe hasn't either.
No, I have not. But I can pretend like I did.
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. That's actually pretty good.
Step
Good
Brothers.
movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
Put it
that's
on
good
the
stuff.
list.
Oh, here's a fun one. Wait, what? This is exciting, everybody. This is from our good friends over at cbr.com. George Takei's new comic promises must read for Star Trek fans. He's got his own comic book coming out.
Yeah, it comes out July 2025. So
what's it going to be about?
Well, it's whoops.
Oh.
It's a memoir. It's a comic book memoir, and it's taken off of his previous graphic novel. They called us enemy or something like that, and it was about his time during the internment camp. So it's pretty awesome that he's decided to go this route with a memoir.
It's got another book called It Rhymes with Takei. That's funny.
It rhymes with Takei. But there is another one. There's a graphic novel that was, what was it called? Oh yeah, they called us enemy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow, that's great. Good for him. Good stuff. We do love George, Uncle George.
We sure do.
So that's just a few short months away. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And here's another one. Sorry, we're just popping through a bunch of these because there's a lot of stuff. My goodness.
Yeah.
This is from our good friends over at trekmovie.com. Check this out. Interview Section 31 director Olatunde Osunsanmi on crafting a fun spy adventure in Star Trek's Lost Era.
Yeah,
what's that
written by
about?
Laurie Ulster. And Trek Movie sat down with the director of Section 31 during New York Comic-Con in a exclusive roundtable interview. And he talks pretty in depth about Section 31 and what we can expect. They do warn there are some spoilers in the interview. So I don't know if it's too good of an idea to go over it, because who wants the spoilers and who doesn't, we don't know. So but
True.
it sounds pretty cool. He talks about Rachel Garrett and the time that it's set in. It's that lost era. And then and compares Section 31, to the CIA, the Starfleet's version of the CIA. And yeah, it's an action adventure movie. So we'll see. We'll see.
Great. So everybody check that out at trekmovie.com. That'll be a good one. But yeah, enter at your own risk. If you want no spoilers, don't check it out. If you're like, hey, I'm spoiler immune, I'm tough, then go for it. Here's another little piece right here just for your enjoyment. It's our good friend Trondy Newman, the aforementioned.
Hi, East Coast friends. Just letting you know that I will be at Creation Con's Trek to New Jersey this Friday, November 8th, and Saturday, November 9th. Appearing at the convention both of those days. I will not be there Sunday. This is a change. I won't be there Sunday. If you were counting.
That's okay. She's going to be there Friday and Saturday. She wants to let us know. That's so cool. I love when they do these little personalized videos wherever they are, and you're kind of like, where is she? I Behind a kitchen? Sounds like there's some kind of hotel kitchen. Someone's washing dishes back there or something, or a car plant or something. Right?
She seems like she's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's amazing. Tons of fun.
Mm.
Barrel of laughs, tons of energy. But we had to rush through it and everything because we're almost out of time. So we have to talk about the week ahead, everybody. Ooh. Here it comes. So first things first, last Sunday, 2 days ago, we reviewed the original series. We have our next original series review with Walter Koenig out now, the full review on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. So check it out. It premiered on Sunday, but you can watch it anytime. The episode, of course, is Season 2, Episode 9, Metamorphosis. So Season 2, Episode 9, Metamorphosis on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. Watch the full review. Did Walter like it? Remember, he's not in that episode. So maybe he might judge it a little more harshly. If you see an episode that Walter's in, maybe you get Happy Walter. If you get an episode that Walter's not in, you get Salty Walty.
We like Salty Walty.
So if you want to see a little Salty Walty talking about the original series episode Metamorphosis, head over to the Seventh Rule YouTube channel and check it out for yourself. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how salty is Walty? We'll see. Now, yesterday on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we released our full review of First Contact, the Next Generation episode, not the movie. And Lower Decks is also an episode of Next Generation, but we didn't do that. So First Contact, the full review is available now on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. Awesome. Very exciting. Did we like it? Did we love it? Did Sirach go, I didn't get it. Why were their fingers clumped together? What's the deal there? So, and he'll be like, wait, isn't that Lilith? And he'll be like, no, it's that lady that does voiceover for cartoons. All right. So coming up, this Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we will release our review of Lower Decks Season 5, Episode 4. Season 5, Episode 4. We will release it on Thursday, the day that it drops. Check it out. 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Did I say 5 p.m.? 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'll get a nap after this, don't worry. And then on Friday, Friday's the day that we Star Trek and chill. However, some of us will be Star Trekking and chilling in New Jersey at Trek to New Jersey. So unfortunately, there will most likely not be a Star Trek and chill. And when I say most likely, who am I kidding? It's not, we're not doing it. We're going to be
saying there's a chance.
Yeah, we're going to be at a convention. And so we do hope to see you there on Friday and or Saturday and or Sunday, along with 30 of our Star Trek pals. And we're talking about actors that don't know we're alive, but they are our pals anyway. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Trek to New Jersey. Tickets are still on sale at creationent.com. And we hope to see you there. I'll be there. Melissa will be there. Dr. Seagull will be there. Matt might be there. We'll see what happens. And Sirach Lofton will be there. What more reason do you need? Trondi Newman apparently will be there. Everybody knows Eugene Cordero, Doug Jones, Brent Spiner, Jonathan Frakes, Michael Dorn, Marina Sirtis, Gates McFadden, Terry Farrell, J.G. Hertzler, Robin Curtis. This thing is crazy. Celia Rose Gooding, Christina Chong, Ethan Peck, Anson Mount, Bonnie Gordon, Sean Kenny. This is just from memory. Jess Bush.
Yeah.
Gabrielle Ruiz, the aforementioned. Elias Tufexis. Who else? The Roddenberries. What? I said the Roddenberries.
Cornucopia.
Yeah. Michelle Hurd.
Yay.
Man alive. Don Lewis even. I could keep going on and on forever. but I
gonna be
won't.
so much fun.
Anyway, so that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, everybody. Then on Sunday on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we are releasing our first segment review of Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 4, Episode 20, episode entitled Cupid. Remember Cupid? With writer Ira Stephen Bear. That's the big reveal, everybody. This Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. Ira Stephen
Yay.
Bear talks about Cupid, that fun episode that every meme ever was made from. But is he proud of the episode? Or does he poop all over it and say, this is nothing compared to Deep Space Nine? This thing was dumb. We'll see.
I thought you were gonna say this thing's for babies.
Yeah, that was fun.
Michael Kenyon Rosenberg.
That is a good quote by him. And then lastly, on Monday, next Monday, I think that's Veterans Day, right? People that like fix your sick cat and stuff. We have our full segment review of Galaxy's Child on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Tuesday, we'll be right back here for the main viewer. We won't miss it. And you shan't either, hopefully. Thanks, Matt Boardman.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Where can people find you online and all of your goodies?
Well, probably the best place is to check me out on the artist formerly known as Twitter. I don't do a whole lot on Facebook, but I like to pop in on Twitter just to see what's happening and hanging out with the Trek peeps there.
Right.
And what about yourself, Melissa Longo?
Well, on social media at Melissa Longo, Malissa, at walkingartmadebymelissa.com. And in person, if you are in the area, this weekend in New Jersey and next weekend in Dallas. So yeah, come have fun. Because it's a great time.
Yeah. Everybody, you can find me on twitter.com at RyanTGHusk. Once again, that's at RyanTGHusk, or just virtual TrekCon, Falling Tower, or the Seventh Rule on your favorite social media, but especially right here on YouTube.
Oh, and John David. William Wells was asking where to get this shirt. And there is a link just below this video to Star Trek and Chill. You can get that there in any color, the same with Matt Boardman's shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want that shirt, just below Matt is the link.
Yes.
So just click on that link just below Matt. Thank you to Joel Wardogheim. That's like, why is Melissa laughing? That's what she does. John Davis, Dave Gregory, May Borello, Stephanie Berner. They've got a phone named after you. Mark, thank you. May Borello. I think we already said May Borello. We're going to see her at one of these. One Trek fan. Hope to see you at one of these. One Trek fan.
Yeah.
And everybody else, we see all of you. We appreciate you. Sentai. See you soon. That's it for us, Chris Garris. See you in Dallas. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. And when you want to talk about in-person conventions or podcasts or Fenris Rangers, put it on the main viewer. Almost forgot where that button was for a while.